Pit exit is open. Let's roll out Class B now for their first heat of the day. It's going to be an epic battle at the front end. Srin Rajpal has had a massive turnaround in his ability in these cars, and the young Carter is certainly going to give the doctor a run for his money. The Dane Fern Dental Services man is on pole position. That's Dr. Hannes Skeepers. Rajpal alongside him, on board with him and about to rocket down towards turn one. It's a good start there from the Carter as he heads up and looks in the rearview mirrors. On his inside though, incoming, here comes Stelio. Stelio Nusios going to just squeeze him out, and yeah, second place in the hands of Stelio. A little bit of touching in the background there as well. Mokorodia, I think, was getting involved in that one. The fast five man coming through there pretty rapidly as he heads up onto the top of the hill. We're on board with Ethan Kutsia. He's looking good at the moment. And Class B looks like it could be his if he can keep it all together. 2 race wins in 2023. And the man from JRT Racing is certainly looking like he's got what it takes. But at the moment, he's not where he wants to be. He needs to be a little bit higher up in that Class B contention if he wants to score those valuable championship points. Zander Himan is a brand new man to the series. Good to see a couple of guys joining midway through the season, almost to the end of the season, in fact, but just showing that they've got maybe a little bit of work to do on the cars to get them prepped for 2024. Out front, Skippers hangs on for now, and he's pulling a slight gap over Rajpal. We're on board here with Elna Cruiser, a little bit further back than what she's used to being. Only a top 5 runner at the moment, so Elna taking a bit of strain. Doesn't look like our other lady driver made it down here for this weekend, so the Hot 1027 car of Charisse Piazza Musso not in contention for Class B honours this weekend, but certainly in contention is Stelio. Stelio putting huge amounts of pressure, and speaking of pressure, there's big pressure coming as well onto the back end of that B71 car of Tanay and Kube, and it's coming out of Ethan Kutsia. Kutsia trying to close that gap down. They're all fighting hard, and it's a bit of a battle royal there between those 3 cars as they come across the line to complete another lap. And as they come across the lap, it's nice to see the spread between them as they head down towards turn 1. Watching in the background, they're also picking up on Stuart Mack. Remember, he's in the development car. That's the 1-litre turbo Polo that they're testing out for a potential new class in Volkswagen Challenge. And of course, it's also part and parcel of the Volkswagen development program that's being done up at national championship level too. So I'd like to see that car on track and showing the prowess of that little 1-litre. Back of the pack, or middle of the back of the pack there is Zander Himan, still maintaining really good pace there for his first time out, and just outside of the top 10 in a Class B field of Volkswagen Challenge is not a bad first outing, that's for sure. Jacques Hayes battling a little bit this weekend, not quite up to pace, as is Pierluigi Mussolini, a multiple champion only a couple of seasons ago, so not quite sure what's gone wrong with Mussolini's car, but certainly not working like it should be here as they come back into the Southern Loop at Dunlop. Oh, a little wide there, and out of shape, hanging on for dear life. That's the way you do it. Tanay and Kuba, hang it out if you need to. Coming out of the Southern Loop, managed to hang on to that one only just. We're on board here with Mac. This is the little 1-litre we're just chatting about. And Stuart Mack, as I said, doing development on this car, really a good bit of driving here in amongst some slightly more powerful machines, but showing that he has got the pace in terms of his experience, maybe not the pace of the car. But definitely a car to watch out for in the future with both Volkswagen Challenge and the National Championship Series, looking at development series with that. The Dubcore car is once again in the mix there, and Srin Rajpal, as I said, has had such a turnaround in his season here. Didn't expect to see this, but of course, here is certainly what he wants to be doing in terms of laps around a track he knows quite well. And come look at, you can see just how bumpy this track is. That onboard shot just gave you an exact example of how things have got a little bit out of shape. And remember, he's now dropped down into 3rd place, so Stelio has given him a bit of a run for his money. So the WeFix Cars man is up into 2nd. 3rd place starting to heat up ever so slightly there. Mokorodia, Ethan Kutsia and Mac in the mix. And it looks like Tanay and Kube has dropped back slightly, so he's got some work to do. Back on board here with Rajpal as they come out of the right-hander. It's up over the airstrip. He looks on the inside. Oh, what a move. Perfectly done there from Rajpal. And he just shows the way into that Southern Loop to Stelio Nusios. Stelio probably with a little bit more experience, and oh, he's trying to get back at him. A little touch as they came out of the left-hander onto the main straightaway. And looks like there might be a bit of a problem. Has he damaged the steering? Looks like he might have. Looks like there might be a bit of an issue there now on Stelio's car, and he's dropping back slightly. So that touch was a bit harder on Stelio's car than it was on Rajpal's. Another lap completed though for Class B. Great race action in the mid-pack as well. The Fast 5 car there of Mokorodia. Certainly slowly but surely catching onto the back end of Tanay and Kube and could give him a run to the line. He might find a way through there, not only on that car, but possibly even on the 2 cars ahead of him. Kutsia, his stablemate when it comes to JRT racing, is definitely in the mix here and looking for a way to try and squeeze out. As you can see, that big fight on between him and Jacques Hayes. Hayes now looking inside as they head down towards the right-hander. Diving on the inside. Oh, and Hayes with late braking catches Kutsia out. There's a slam onto the back end. Kutsia goes inside. Is he going to squeeze through on both of them? He is. He manages to find a way through there, and Hayes has got some problems. Something went wrong on that car. It's not like Jacques Hayes to just stop in the middle of a corner. Ethan Kutsia had nowhere to go. He just slammed straight into the back of him. Hopefully he hasn't done too much damage to the radiator on the front end of the car, but definitely some concerns there from Kutsia's team, I'm sure, after that big hit. No concerns here at all, though, for the doctor. As I said, he was in the house for qualifying. He's in the house here for race 1. As they come out of the final corner, checkered flag is on standby. And Dr. Hannes Schippers is going to take it here at the first heat of Class B for Volkswagen Challenge. Take that, Doc. That's the way you do it. Nusios hanging on, keeping out Tanae Nkube and Mo Karodi, who runs wide out of the final corner. That could cost him a little bit of time. So it looks like Ethan Kutsia squeezed through there, and Tanae Nkube is coming alongside. Is he going to get him? No, Nusios is going to hang on, only just. Tanae Nkube just behind him, and with Ethan Kutsia finishing up in third place there's possibly a technical infringement there. You can see Doc's wife very happy about that, getting the victory in the bag. Raj Paul in second, that's confirmed. But have a look at the results there. Yeah, Stelio gets gifted third place. Tanae Nkube fourth. And Ethan Kutsia with that technical infringement, with that bump on Jacques Hayes, drops down to top 5. Karodia in 6 ahead of Mac Cruiser. And then Mitch Kutsia and Elio Mussolini, who beats out Xander Himon for 11th place. Good outing for him. Jacques Hayes qualified in 12th. And of course a nice run there from Pierluigi Mussolini. And Ollie Broom down in 14th. First time out for him in this challenge, Class B. Let's catch up now with the doctor. Hannes Schippers, race 1 winner.
Yeah, started from pole, had a good start, and I tried to push the first 2 laps to create a gap, and then just tried to manage it during the race. So it worked out well, had a bit of oil on the track the last 2 laps, but managed to secure the win.
Fantastic run from Srin Rajpal, second overall in Class B race 1.
I had second on the grid. Stelio dropped me on the start of the day. He had a better run on me. Had a few laps behind him, tried different things, different lines, earlier braking, tried to get a run on him. Eventually up the bridge, I think he was in the wrong gear, managed to get a run on and I sent it down on the inside. Unfortunately, when we came out onto the pit straight, he was still there and we made a little bit of contact. Kind of survived it and got my second place back.
Turned the luck around a little bit in the WeFix Cars machine for third, Stelio Nusios.
So I had a great start, enjoyed it thoroughly. What happened was round about lap 6 or 7, me and Sharon had a small mishap. The wheel alignment went for balls up, and from there onwards it was game over. I was 4 seconds off the pace then. I couldn't hold it together. I was just pulling hard right, I almost crashed twice, brought it through the line and tried to come through and eventually finished up in 4th position.
Ethan Kutsia really didn't have anywhere to go. Let's find out what happened.
I was stuck in 5th the whole race because I just stuffed my start up, too much wheel spin, and this circuit is so hard to overtake on. So on the last lap, Stelio from 3rd was slowing down and Jacques tried to go on his inside, and I think Stelio was dropping oil, so Jacques lost it on the oil and I just went through on both of them, and that was on the very last lap just to take 3rd. So.
Tyres are what win races according to Cole Trickle. Let's find out what they do according to Joanne de Freitas.
Dunlop is the official tyre sponsor of the Pabar VW Challenge. We provide them with tyres for their vehicles. We're the official tyre partner, and we are here to dominate and take over the motorsport series in South Africa. Dunlop started in the national series and we took over many of the races in that series, and we then moved on to the regionals. It's been very good for us, and it's been a lot of work in our R&D section so that we can develop new tyres and look at taking on more series in the events and being able to accommodate the different vehicles and tyres that are required in the motorsport races. We always have plans for the future. There are many avenues in motorsport, so we have our eye on many different avenues. We are sort of looking off-road, looking at oval tracks. I won't share too much, but Dunlop is always out there looking for new avenues for motorsport. We'll be staying with everybody for the foreseeable future.
They're certainly doing an amazing job of Dunlop in the world of motorsport in South Africa. And how's that for a backdrop? Can't get better than that. Well, maybe you can if you can get on a little scooter. Final preparations, get those CV joints all sorted out and tightened. And let's go racing now for race 2 for classes A and C. We're on board, and it's Dean Ross and Wayne Masters. This is going to be interesting to see. First 30 seconds down into turn 1. Who's going to have what it takes? Engage gear 1, although that one said neutral. Let's see what we can get it all together now as they head down towards turn 1. Masters on Masters' tail. Atkinson getting the drop. Can Dean Ross go around the outside? No, he can't. He's going to get squeezed out there as they go into turn 1. This is pretty awesome stuff. Side-by-side race action, and they are rubbing almost side-by-side as well. The two cars so evenly matched, and hello, Dean Ross just getting through. Kind of thought that might happen. Dean Ross is on a fly here this weekend, doing a superb job there in the Norbrake car to squeeze up into third place and tuck in behind Bevan Masters. Bevan Masters losing a little bit of ground as they came through the corkscrew there to once again that BHIT machine of Rory Atkinson. He has had a superb weekend here and looking forward to another race victory if he can keep it all together. Top two have got away ever so slightly, so Dean might be holding up that third and fourth place car. One is Wayne Masters, and tucked in behind him, looks like it's another good start coming out of Luigi Ferro, and he is in the mix there. Marty Mfana, slightly better start from him too. Watching for Class C as they head down the hill and into that right-hander. Yet again, it's Yachty who is the man to beat. And doesn't look like there's any answer coming out of anybody else. A much better start, though, from Bjorn Berthold. So the Toyota Gazoo Racing man has now moved into the Volkswagen Challenge for this weekend, using it for a little bit of extra seat time, getting used to circuit racing. And Berthold with a much better start, and certainly looks like he could run exactly where he is right now in second. This is third place, and of course it is back on board with that ATE brakes machine of Philip Cruiser. He's going to try and close things down there on the youngster. And let me tell you something, Bjorn Berthold has come out of East London Grand Prix circuit in the Gazoo Racing stabled Yaris with some huge confidence. So it'll definitely portray here at the Port Shepstone circuit if he can keep it all together there in that third place battle for Class C. Third place battle for Class A is Ross versus Masters. Norbrake versus Performance Masters, and right now the Norbrake car has got the advantage. No one is going to beat this man this weekend. I'm going to put my money on it right now. I tell you something, Rory Atkinson is absolutely on fire, and it doesn't look like there's an answer from any car on track at the moment, other than if something goes wrong. And on a few occasions this weekend we've seen that. Not going to give him the commentator's curse though. He's going to try and hang on to beat out Wayne Masters, beat out Bevan Masters, and take on Dean Ross. It's not done yet in Class A though, that is for sure. Class C, as I said, heating up in that mid-pack battle. And Cruiser is pushing hard. You can see him actually locking up, and a little bit of a tyre squeal as he came out of the corkscrew. And now head over the little lip, over the subway, and down to this very tricky right-hander. We saw Ethan Kutsia get caught out here with an outbreaking of Jacques Hayes, slamming into the back of him and causing some problems with him in Class B. Someone's run wide, little wheel on the dirt there. And just keeping it at the front end is Bjorn Berthold with that wheel on the dirt. He's not running at the same pace as Yachty. Tinusios is doing it all right here. We go on board with Yachty as he comes into the left-right flick, and then the right-left flick coming back onto the main straightaway to complete another lap. And looks like possibilities of securing some more points in the overall championship and the Class C1 as well. Overall is what Yachty's looking for in the WeFix Cars machine as they come out of turn 1, running slightly wide. Battle for third place heads into turn 1, and the Goose Motorsport machine of Gossman is fending off the attack, and the intentions being shown there by Cruiser. Cruiser versus Gossman, we've been saying that for a long time in Volkswagen Challenge. These two are stalwarts of the series, and now in Class C they are becoming big contenders for what is going to be second place in this championship. Not the first place at the moment, because Yachty is the dominant factor. The Dezzi car comes flying down. The number 34 on the side of that is Alan Pereira, also a new man. And great to see some new guys getting involved. As I mentioned in race number 1, it might be in the closing stages of the season, but it means that they're sorting their cars out and getting ready for 2024. Back on board here with the Performance Masters machine. And Wayne Masters, I don't think he's got the calibration right on his gear, because every time we come onto this onboard shot, he's in 6th gear flat out. I don't think the gear ratios have been set with this onboard camera, but it's certainly not worrying him at all, because he's now on the back end of Dean Ross and hounding that Norbrake car for a way past. The Norbrake car's hounding his brother and has a big look into turn 1. Just don't clip that inside curb. Oh, running wide with Bevan Masters, and a little touch from the back has just dropped Dean Ross into the clutches here of Wayne. Wayne Masters diving through on the inside, up into the corkscrew, and he's through. Or is he? Because they are flapping wing mirrors, the two cars, as they come side by side. Ross will have to back out of that one. The inside of the corkscrew is not the place you want to be, particularly when you exit it. And as we exit it, let's go and pick up on the main man from Pabar, Mark Barbaglia.
Well, being in the metal pressing game, we're very close to the motor industry, and people that as the OEMs get our products every morning, they line side bin with all the Pabar products in them. At least the people, if they see us on TV, they can relate to who Pabar is and what we do.
And back into the corkscrew there with Andy Gossman. He's pulled slightly away now from Cruiser. So second and third place opening up ever so slightly. Make that second, third and fourth place, because remember we have got Bjorn Berthold in that second spot. We're back on board here with Dean Ross. He's coming back at the two Masters boys. Oh, Bev runs wide. That's going to cost Bevan big time. Masters is through. Wayne gets past, and here comes Dean Ross up into third. So a great bit of manoeuvring there with a slight mistake coming out of Bevan Masters. Something we don't normally see from him, but there was a lot of pressure being applied as they head towards the checkered flag. And once again, it's Rory Atkinson who dominates Class A, beating out Wayne Masters for second and third place. A good run there from Dean Ross, just getting through on that little mistake made by the CPS warehouse man. So Bevan Masters will have to settle for fourth place. Not quite the championship points he wanted to stay in the hunt at the front end, but certainly what Yachty wanted with a double victory there in Class C. He wins out, and a good run from Bjorn Berthold in second. Gossman will finish up in third, and Philip Cruiser will hang on to that fourth place in the ATE Brakes car. So confirmation of those results. Rory Atkinson taking it from Wayne Masters. Dean Ross ahead of Bevan Masters. Chris Dale beats out Ferro. Mighty Mfana just getting over the line ahead of Mike Babaglia. And then in Class C, Yachty Nusios wrapping things up with a double victory on the day. Bjorn Berthold in second beats out Gossman and Cruiser. And then Carl Peterson, Alan Pereira, Dimitri, and Cody Peterson, your top 8 in Class C. Let's catch up now with double race victor, Rory Atkinson.
No, thank you. It was just a dream weekend for me. Just managed to get pole and win both heats. Well done to Wayne, Bevan and Dean, who were all driving fantastically. I just managed to get the jump off the line and that was it.
Yachty Nusios also with a double victory on the day, sees him secure some more championship points.
Yeah, I had a good pace today. I think the track suits me. That's what I like. Nice, tight, technical, a lot of braking, a lot of gear changing. Had a good run, eh? We managed to get poles, fastest lap, so racked up the points. So hopefully Rory doesn't run away from us. I am, but I think also Rory had fastest lap, fastest qualifying. So I think we're there together.
So we've got Class B Race 2 still to come your way and a little bit of preparation still to be done, but it was not the only action that was happening out on track. Great to see the time attack boys and girls going at it as always here at Dezzi's Raceway. It's a popular event and final preparations now. A couple of engine changes by the looks of things for a few cars and a bit of time to have a bit of fun on the back wheel as well for Stelio Nusios. Let's go on board with Tane and Kube for the start of Class B. Will it be a set of double victories in every single category this weekend? Hannes Skipper certainly hopes so. But watch out for Ethan Gatia trying to turn his luck around after that little incident caused him some issues on the overall standings after race number 1. He's side by side as they head towards turn 1 with Tane. And inside line from Stelio looking for a way through. He gets up in a second. So some great manoeuvring there. Rajpal down into third place and he runs slightly wide, putting wheels onto the dirt. There was, looks like Tane and Kube. And here we go on board, looking straight back into the last 4 cars on track, straight out of Elna Cruz's car. So we're looking at Ilio Mussolini. Zander Himman's in there as well. Great to see a continued action there from him. And watch out for Mitch Kutsia starting to come through. Oh, problems. Someone's run wide. Oh, is that Mac? It is Stuart Mack, who's unfortunately spun out. Let's have a look at it from his point of view as we go through the corkscrew. He just gets slightly wide, and that's what can happen. That's a dangerous place to go off. There's a big drop just on your right-hand side, Stewie. You just missed it. Fortunately, he survived that one in the 1-litre Polo. That turbocharged car just going a little bit hot into the corkscrew. Hot action coming out of JRT's Ethan Gutsia as he tries to make up ground now. He's going to try and get back onto that overall podium. He's got to catch Shrin Rajpal just ahead of him. Out front, though, the Doc continues to control things from the front end. Nusios in second. Rajpal is third and Kutsia is fourth as they head back down into turn 1 again. The Dubcore machine having a fantastic run here. I've got to tell you something. Shrin Rajpal has turned his luck around here big time this season, coming down to the Dezzi Raceway in Port Shepstone. Kutsia, very cool, calm and collected. Bit of driving there from Kutsia. You can see just trying to keep it smooth out of that exit point to try and get the run down to the double right-hander. Goes left, it goes right, then it goes down the hill. Further back there, Mo Kurodia, his teammate, running slightly wide, not as smooth as what we saw there from Ethan, but certainly still in the hunt there and fighting hard. We're back on board with Tane. He's got Hayes ahead of him. Now Jacques Hayes is going to have to go defensive down into this right-hander because Tane has got some problems of his own on his tail, and it's Kutsia looking for a way through, and he's now trying to find a way through on Jacques Hayes himself. So the worst place to be in as a racing driver is on the attack and on the defensive at the same time. Which one do you do? Which one do you concentrate on? Shrin Rajpal is certainly looking on the attack mode as he goes inside of Stelio. Oh, that's a brilliant bit of driving there from the young man. Diving on the inside up into the southern loop. And does he make it stick? Yes, he does. Up to second place there. Nusios in the WeFix Cars machine drops down into the clutches of Ethan Kutsia. So Kutsia now on the hunt, trying to find a way past possibly. Oh, and Nusios got a problem. Mr. Gear. Mr. Gear coming out of the final corner. And that's allowed Ethan Kutsia through easily. So Nusios battling a little bit with gears there. Maybe he's stuck in a gear. Maybe he's in the wrong gear coming out of that final corner. He'll try and survive, that's for sure. But Nusios going to try and find a box full of neutrals. Eventually clicks it into third and gets going again. He's got Hayes behind him and Tanae and Kubek coming along for the ride as they head up towards the right-hander that takes them to the corkscrew. And that's not a place you want to be with two cars coming at you rapidly into the corkscrew and no gear ability. Looks like he might have sorted it out though. Yeah, he's got the drive back again. Little touch on the inside curb there from Hayes as he tries to put the pressure onto the back end. The Hayes Auto Parts car is definitely on the attack. Further back there, this is a great little battle as well. The 52 car of Ollie Broom, much better start from him. Of course, this is a home track advantage for Ollie, and he's fighting hard there with Elna Cruiser, stalwart in this series as well. So Broom makes a very, very good debut here in Volkswagen Challenge. Definitely man to watch out for. He's got some prowess in some historic cars. He's got a whole bunch and a big collection of Stanek Group N machines particularly. So from the rookie, let's go to the ex-champion and find out what FSS is all about.
FSS is a freight forwarding and logistics company. We handle basically anything coming into and going out of the country. We mainly focus on niche markets, pharmaceuticals, food, anything time and temperature sensitive. That's what we focus on. And being a sponsor in the VW Challenge, we decided to get involved because of the love for the sport and the camaraderie in the challenge. It's unbelievable, amazing. We've been racing here for a couple of years now, and when the opportunity came up to be a sponsor, FSS jumped at the opportunity and we got involved.
Great to have such awesome sponsors joining Pabar as the associate sponsors as we join the doctor, heading up towards the southern loop for the last time. 0.27 on the clock there. It's the number 27 car there. Good number on that car, by the way, Doc. Heading towards the southern loop. Into Dunlop for the last time. And he's got a comfortable margin over Srin Rajpal. Rajpal's been pushed hard, though. He's had an epic battle. Eventually pulled away slightly from Ethan Kutsia for third. Kutsia just dropping by the wayside in the latter part of this final part of the race. As they come to the checkered flag, we're back on board with Dr. Hannes Skeppers for a double victory. It's been a weekend of doubles here at Dezzi's Raceway. Yet again, a happy man as he crosses the line, beating out Rajpal for second and Kutsia for third place. That's the way you do things with the DDS Dental Studio machine, and it's certainly exactly what he needed to try and bring himself back into that top three in the championship overall. Here are our official results. Hannes Skeppers over Srin Rajpal. That's Ethan Kutsia beating out Celio Nusios and Jacques Hayes. Tanae Kube beats out Ollie Broom and Elna Cruiser, with Mitch Kutsia and Ilio Mussolini bringing up the top 10. Just behind that, we had Zander Himan, one of our top finishers, and then DNFs and DNSs, unfortunately for Mocha Rodia, Stuart Mack and Pierluigi Mussolini. Good day in the saddle for Tanae and Kube, finishing up in 6th place for race 2.
The race was quite hectic. We struggled with tire pressures. We went too high and the car was like inconsistent. Then race 2 was it was better. We learned from our mistakes and the car was thereabouts, but we couldn't get around guys because this track is very hard to pass here. But overall, we'll take I think it's a 5th and a 6th, so we'll take it. I mean, it's there's a lot less competition here today, but yeah, it was quite fun to ride and just enjoy Dezzi. So thank you to the sponsors and thank you to VW Challenge for making this happen.
Dr. Hannes Skeppers wraps up a series of double victories on the weekend.
Everything went according to plan. Full house, pole position, both wins, and race 2 was perfect. Everything went according to plan.
That's exactly how you'd like to be leaving Dezzi's Raceway, with the plan going according to what you wanted it to be. It is Yotti Nusios who leads up the championship overall over Rory Atkinson to the tune of 16 points. Evan Masters up into 3rd place and Wayne Masters up into 4th. Philip Cruiser is there in top 5. Let's have a look at our final results there of the overalls for classes A, B and C here for Pabar Volkswagen Challenge. Good run there from our top 3 in each category, and we look forward to the next round as they head into this action for Pabar Volkswagen Challenge. All this Volkswagen Challenge action is proudly brought to you by Pabar and their associate sponsors.